CJames the astronaut, please report to duty. Takeoff in T-minus. Hold on real quick, let me spark this blunt.
These are so fresh.
3 seconds.
Space Jam, 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 Lace bands, lace bands, lace bands, lace bands, lace bands, lace bands. You gonna roll up and pass that, man. Lace bands, don't be trying to hold out. Lace bands, lace bands. All these hoes swagging on my dick. I tell these hoes, what you say? Suck my shit into these haters. Fuck you. You got guns? Okay, my niggas dumb too. I hit the mall, but I bought the parking lot. So you can say that I like to park a lot. Gucci Vans with the snapback. Broke your girl, my squad call that bitch snapback. But shorty mean, some swag and her ass fat. I'm off the wall, baby, you ain't gotta ask that. She see my Vans like, whoa, where'd you grab that? I put the Space Jams in, sit back and watch her ass clap. Space Jam, 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 Lace bands, 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 lace bands.
They call me C to the U to the R to the B to the Z, and I'm from that HBG, that HILLTOP, and I still got love for the UPT, still got love for the old OGs, still got love for the old homies, still got thoughts of what show me, but I'll never forget what's on me. And I wake up with a fat blunt, bring me down and I'm still gon' stunt. Penny in my pocket and I still got spunk. Talent at the door and it's still gon' funk. I ain't that tall but I still gon' dunk. I don't expose what's in my trunk unless it get real and then the cats get trilled. When the cats gon' peel and then the cats get dumped.
Space Jam, 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 Lace bands, 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 lace bands. We got them, we got them, we got them. Yeah, I'm in this bitch, something like Lil B. Protected everywhere I go, nobody kills me. A couple hoes up on my dick, they tip drill me. And then I get them out my crib, do you feel me? Yeah, I feel that. Hold up, let me peel that. Roll it up and pass it round. Eyelids finna hit the ground. Off of this purple kush, sour diesel mix. It's crazy, stupid, faded, smoke until I'm in the fix.